Madami, actually, just working together. Habang hindi pa kami kinukunan, makakasama kami sa set. Actually, yun lang itself kasi nagpa-vibe kami lahat together. Everybody's humble, everybody's bubbly and jolly. So, doon pa lang naging close na talaga kami lahat sa isa't isa. And yung collaboration, siguro malaking bagay yun kapag nandun kayo sa trabaho ninyo pero nagbibigayan kayo sa trabaho, sa pag-arte. May factor din yun para maging matatag kayo na isang grupo, na isang cast. And also, lumalabas din kami minsan. May mga bondings kami together, to make things better work, mas maging closer kami sa isa't isa. So usually yun. Marami na rin kaming labas together with direct actually. Kaya sobrang gel talaga, mas maging maganda talaga yung samahan ng isa't isa.
Yes, to add on to that as well, from the beginning since sa workshops until our last taping day, we really just gelled together as a cast and we've all gotten along, even behind the scenes. During our lunch breaks, we all sit around together, eat together, get to know one another, and it's been a really, really, really good journey.
Oh my God, how do I explain it? So, my mind is like processing right now. Paano ko explain? Like, during taping, we go through so many serious and heavy scenes. So of course, in a way that brings us together more because we have to be there more for each other. And let's say one of us has a heavy scene, everyone else will check in on each other, ask how we're doing and show a lot of support. And then yeah, we would go out every now and then and really just get to know each other.
Sorry, what was the question? I was in the restroom, sorry.
Yeah, ano yung mga bonding moments nyo na nagpatatag bilang co-actors yan dito sa series?
Bonding moments, nasabi na, after the shoot, we go out sometimes, not just us, the cast, but the whole production then. So, I really appreciate, being with them. Kasi, syempre, pag sa work, iba-iba yung focus na kami sa work. Pero pag nasa labas, we share, kwentos, mga ganon. And then, the other cast too, sometimes we invite them to play basketball with us, me and Jai, or sometimes we do TikTok together. So it's all about just being there for each other and being comfortable with each other, because that's the most important thing.
Can I add? Small lang. To what Gab said, I was thinking about this kanina. I feel very lucky and grateful to know that the whole production, to be surrounded by a production who, they really show you and they tell you every day how much they want us to succeed. And they assure us all the time, and you can really see in the effort that they put into this whole project now, they care so much, and they care about us, and they see all of our potential, and how much more that we can grow. So. But it was only super quick, like we just said hi, because you were really busy. But I guessed it at a game. I can't remember that name, but we just said hi. But Tasha was super sweet and smiley, and I really felt such a warm energy from her. And then until the end, same thing. She's so chill. She's so cool. Very genuine.
I think the first time I met her was a workshop. I don't know if bagong isip ganon, so medyo quiet or medyo very shy. But my last impression, she's very energetic, bubbly, super nice. Siya yung energy ball namin sa taping eh. So, yeah.
First impression, kasi nakita din kami nun sa workshop, so agad din dun eh. So parang medyo testing waters, pero parang at first naramdaman ko naman talaga yung warmth na parang magaan siyang ka-work. And then last impression, yeah, tama yung sinabi ni Gab, she's energy positive. Like lahat kami, sobrang medyo pababagsak na yung energy na, pero siya still, tuloy-tuloy lang. And she brings a lot of energy sa taping, so mas nagiging magaan na yung trabaho. And she's humble and she's easy to work with.
Kung dito, kahit hindi mo pa hinahanap, may direct, tapos nagtatakbuhan sila, tapos pag hindi sila nag-take, ang napapansin ko sa kanila, nagsasayaw sa TikTok. Or nagkubentuhan sila, ha? Hindi ikaw. Ilang beses ko kayo nakahuli eh. Ayun, tapos na at the same time, pero kapag ano naman talaga, kapag during the scene na or dito mag-take na, ayun, sobrang seryoso sila. Pero kapag during break, makulit, saka siyang dynamite girl, ang set. At saka literal, kasi parang ilang araw yata yung shoot namin na laging may dynamite na umiikot. Tapos nun, lahat kami kakain ng dynamite, kahit ang mga tao na sa dynamite. Kasi pag tinawag ka na, galing kami Tash. Parang hilig niya magpakain ng dynamite sa set, gano'n. Sobrang kulit, kasi makulit, kasi kulit. Gano'n. Sobrang bubbly sa set. So kahit mabigat na napapagaan niya, saka alam mo na kagad pag tutok ko na ng 7 AM to 7:30 AM, pag nandiyan na si Tash, maingay yung set. Boses mo kagad yung naririnig niya. Ayun, nandiyan na si Tash.
Salamat. Ayan, tama naman. Makulit talaga ako. Pero nonetheless, I was only makulit because you guys made me super comfortable to be myself. And I can't thank you guys enough for that. Thank you.
Personally, from my opinion, parang this is a series of ang hirap. Ang hirap. Wait, no? Si Tash kasi yung tipo ng when I put it, kapag yung mga eksena, alam din seryoso, hindi mo naman makakausap. I don't remember there are scenes na sa school na kailangan niyang umiyak at maging seryoso dun sa mga part na yun. And I do know lang na dito, nasa isang sulok na yun siya, tahimik na siya. There was this once, there are several scenes also na sila dalawa ni Kuya Romnick. And makikita niyo dun sa series na meron siyang ginawa doon sa buong conversation na hindi ko na-expect. And then at the same time, yun yung part ng alam ko lang marunong siya na aralin yung character niya. And then, ang maganda kasi start dito, alam ko lang na kapag mag-take na kami, or kapag dumarating siya, alam ko lang na well-prepared. Lahat naman sila eh. Pero syempre nakikita mo yung kung paano nagpe-prepare yung bawat isa. And yung kay Tash, nakita ko kung paano niya i-prepare yung eksena. Kasi pag minsan nakikita ko yung script niya eh. Yung tipong, uy, wala nang space. So alam ko lang na well-prepared siya dito sa buong series. At alam ko lang na inaral niya. To the point kaya na minsan, di ba tinatanong ito na parang, I think pina-mentor ko ng papa ko, di ba, sa aking mami, na parang may ganun aspect eh. Hindi ko alam kung nag-workshop sila as a family or what. Pero yun, alam ko lang na prepared siya.
Reaction. Tama naman yung sinasabi ni Direk, pero coming into the set, of course, makulit naman ako during the breaks, pero when it's time to work, it's time to work. And because I was with Direk, my first time, syempre naman kinakabahan ako, pero Direk spoke to me and gave me advice from the first day of taping, and I was able to take that advice until the very end, which really helps. Thank you.
Alan Sancoman. Hello, good afternoon everyone. Congratulations. I'm a big fan ng movies. Kaya excited ako mapanood yung series ng Viva One. My question is a hypothetical question to all. Kasi lahat naman tayo naging estudyante, di ba, naging bata. Is there any chance na nag-cheat din kayo? And then how you overcome it? If I don't know if you wanna answer it or not, or be honest, di ba? Parang ganun. Or kung meron man, na-overcome mo ba yung cheating na yun? Kasama si Direk.
Si Direk muna.
Ako! Elementary high school, yes. Naalala ko nung may time parang na high school na parang lumabas yung teacher namin. It's a periodical exam. Tapos parang buong klase yata yung nag-cheat na. Oo. Kasi pasahan ng answer sheet. Hindi pa kung pasa mo ito, gano'n. Kasi kaya natuto kami magkabisado ng ABCCD, D, gano'n. Kung parang pwedeng abbreviate yung answer. Kasi you have to memorize 10 letters, 10 answers kagad. So, yes, naranasan ko naman na mag-cheat. Hindi ako proud doon. Of course, hindi naman siya. Pero, I've learned my lesson kung bakit siya, dapat hindi siya ginagawa. Yun yung bagay na maganda doon. Pero, I think, parang, it's part of a student life na Nag-cheat? Paano nag-cheat pa kayo, guys? Yun, di ba?
Ako naman po, looking back, parang wala. Kasi growing up, I was a very nerdy kid, was very strict sa school ko, very tedious sa studies at sa after-school activities. So, wala naman.
Ito yung question na hindi lang sa school even dun sa little things na kumupit, parang gano'n, or may mga bagay na sukle, parang gano'n. Not just on the school, parang gano'n. Para may idea rin.
Kung hindi naman sa school, siguro po sa games, mahilig din ako mag-video games. So, noon I would Google the cheat codes kung paano. Pero hanggang doon na.
Ako same. Dati sa PSP, nung bata pa ako, uso dati yung GTA sa PSP, diba? So, yung mga cheat codes. Yun lang naman. Kasi sa school naman, parang you try to find shortcut ways. Pero not to the point na you're too cheating from it. Parang minsan, hindi mo nababasahin yung buong lesson. Hanapin mo na yung mismong sagot diba? Pero hindi mo siya syempre gagamitin sa actual exam. Pero you find shortcut ways lang para mapabilis lang yung pag-aaral mo. Pero yung in other ways siguro yung sa PSP nga tama sa games.
I think we already answered this last story. Pero looking back, I think I did when I was in elementary. Pero when I moved to the US, in middle school and high school, ako na yung nagpapakopya. Kasi I was, that's how I made friends nung una. Because I was like in the parang nerdy group. I really like math. And then, yeah, I think, normal naman for being a student. Like, you know, if you wanted to make friends back then, and then, nagpapakopya, kahit yung mga homework lang. Pero sa test, no.
Yeah, like same with video games. Sometimes, okay, look, I make effort, okay? I will make an effort, I will try as much as I can. When it comes to like an hour or hours later and I just cannot figure it out, sometimes I'll look it up online. I can go walk through, I play the walkthrough sa YouTube.
Thank you. Nasa na kayo, Derek? Follow up ka lang po. Derek, kasi yung movie is parang just 1 hour and less than 2 hours, di ba? And this is series. Kumbaga, paano nyo po pinahaba yung story dito? At paano nyo na ipasok yung mga Filipino tradition dito para mas maging interesting sa mga Filipino viewers?
Malaking factor kasi di ba sa atin as a viewers is that na tayo pag nanood is that mas gusto natin makilala yung character, yung backstory niya, the family, the people behind the character, di ba? Kumbaga, mga tao nakapaligid kay Lane, kay Ban, kay Pan. So, we made sure na ginawa namin itong series nung inumpisahan pa lang na talagang inaral namin na dito na mapakita lahat ng side nila na parang kaya pala ganun yung character ni Lane kasi may ganitong aspect or yung character ni Ban, bakit siya ganito kaporsige. Of course, we know that sa movie na it's because na para matulungan yung character. Pero what's the story behind that? Bakit niya pinupush yung sarili niya? Ano bang issue yung meron or pinagdadaanan na problema ng tao doon sa pamilya? And yun yung maganda doon na parang mas na-explore namin na kumpara kasi syempre kapag pelikula we only have 2 hours or more than an hour para ipakita yung lahat. Ito, we were given the time na parang ma-explore lahat ng kumbaga lahat ng aspeto ng buhay ng bawat characters. And doon namin na-enjoy yung mga Filipino cultures and traditions and at the same time na yung personality nila makita. Kaya for me, buong uwi yung series maganda siya in a way kasi nakilala namin ng star, kumbaga ng artista ng buong makikilala ninyo as a viewers yung bawat character and what makes bad genius, what makes good decisions or good moves nila na naging ganito yung epekto.
Thank you, Derek. Congratulations. Looking forward to that series.
Thank you so much. Alright, next we have Sir Erwin Agam.